Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello.
Also with us today is Orcbrand, the one, the only, the great, the powerful. Orcbrand.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help, and we are here to help you in particular because you are our special people, our very special little boys and girls. I don't know where I was
That's
going with
fucked.
that. We love them.
Well, that's so you're just gonna start calling people retarded now?
There are, they're
These are
they're
these are
good
fucking
boys.
grown 40-year-old men and like women
Yeah.
that have had at least one or two children that are probably pretty young because I mean our audience is pretty retarded, but
Yeah, there are, like, podcast kids.
they're not our
They come here
podcast.
for guidance.
They come here
You're
for
right.
they come here
You're
for the
right.
guy. They come here for
Cons
me.
Considering the things you were saying on last week's bonus episode, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
I don't remember what was said because that
I
was 2
think you need to
weeks ago.
issue a public apology to Cask for talking so graphically about
Oh,
yeah.
banging him? Yeah,
Yes,
he did bring it
for,
up in the
like, an
Discord.
hour
Yeah,
straight, he's
yeah.
upset in the Discord right now.
Well, I don't know. I guess I stand by whatever I said. What apologies? Are you serious? I'm not fucking John McCain, bitch. I'm Donald
You
J.
were
Trump.
going on and on about sodomizing the man. All he's ever done is give us money.
No. Him and I have known each other for a long time. We've had plenty of arguments, and I have been like, "You know how I punish this behavior?"
Yes, sex.
Same way when
Okay.
Erica didn't fucking do the dishes, be like, "Listen here, lady, it's butt time." They hate
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm
That's why
sorry,
I
we're
like
friends.
it, because they hate it. I
And
can
here to promote his book today,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have
I
Brad.
I bought the book, Orcbrand.
Thank you. Thank you. Buy the book. Buy the book on paperback on Amazon. Buy the book as ebook on Amazon. Buy the book.
Buy the book.
You can buy the book.
It's called The Book of Kisses: Katanacore and Magical Hyperrealism. It's a unique work.
That's a fucking brave and bold thing to say about your own work. You'd be like, "That's a Kanye West level of just like, this is the best fucking album ever." Guys, this book,
I
I'm
believe
gonna
it.
It's,
give
it's,
you
it's
an
a book
honest
no
review.
one's ever written before. I'm doing things no one's ever done before.
What
So,
so is Grapes of Wrath, but it sucked ass.
yeah, right. Yeah, well, it's because a socialist wrote it.
Damn, sold. Okay, I'm buying another copy. That was a great fucking
How many
analysis.
katanas are in the Grapes of Wrath? I mean, I read the Grapes of Wrath. I actually kind of like the Grapes of Wrath. I like the ultra violence of the Grapes of Wrath. When they shoot the guy's knuckles off when he's trying to agitate, and then when there's the old man being breastfed at the end. There's a lot of very stark and powerful imagery in the Grapes of Wrath that I quite enjoyed.
I
But
never read it.
I,
I do
I,
know about the titty thing at the end, though.
that's the ending of the book. Yeah, spoilers.
I never had to read that.
What? It's
We read,
this
like,
thick?
Lord of the Flies, though.
Yeah, well, consider that's a 600-page book. Mine is 135, and it compresses all of that very compactly.
Is
It's like The
there?
Grapes of Wrath, but more concise
Oh,
and with a million times more
it's
talent
about the
is what you're
dust
saying.
bowl of the incel soul.
Well, there better there better be titty sucking at the end of this fucking book, or I'm gonna lose it, dude.
Ah, dude, yeah, the fan service. There's fan service in the book. That's why I put the Foid in there on all the posters. There's always a
Void, of
Foid in the
course.
posters.
It better be fucking.
Usually Oscar from Evangelion, but that's the Foid.
I've still never watched fucking Evangelion, but
They
like
don't.
everybody.
It's not worth it.
Well, no, everybody's like, "Oh, you would love this,"
100%
because
worth it.
Schopenhauer references, and it's like I'm more than a guy that read some Schopenhauer, okay? But they just know me
Well,
as that.
it's just frustrating
Evangelion
because
is like the most important anime of our times.
it seems like a fun and
Probably
good story, but as soon as the plot starts picking up, I guess they got the cancel order or something because they immediately drop everything and go, "We have to wrap it up, and we're gonna do some big weird philosophical thing out of
Well, you
nowhere,"
guys didn't watch
and,
it,
like,
so I don't
all
really
the
wanna get into it.
conspiracy stuff goes out the window. Can you defend this, Orcbrand?
Absolutely, no, it's one of my favorite shows of all time. I rewatch it, every couple of years. I love it. I love the rebuilds of it. I actually defend Hideaki Anno's every single decision. I think it's perfect. Um, I love that show a lot, but it's something that you can't really translate, and I can't really explain it to you. You have to watch it, and then you have to hate it,
That's
and then you have to pass through hating it into loving it, and, it's kinda
uh,
like my book.
that's
It
fine.
just seems very up its own butt to me. That's
That
all, but
Exactly.
we
That's completely fine. That's completely fine. But how are you going to say it's the most important fucking anime of our time because Cowboy Bebop and Cowboy Bebop and Cowboy Bebop and da 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 da
and
da da da.
if we're talking about
Cowboy Bebop is the
philosophical
most aesthetic
anime,
and the most beautiful anime of our time, but it's
Okay,
not the most important.
most important philosophically is obviously Kill la Kill.
I don't even know that one.
But Gurren Lagann by the same Gurren Lagann, I would say, yeah, if you
Oh,
could
is that the fighting robot
"Who the hell
one?
do you think I am? My
Is
drill will
that
pierce the heavens."
I think I saw that one too. Okay.
That's the
Kill la
same,
Kill, I watched because my husband was watching it, and he
yeah,
never
you have to
watches
watch that with your
anime,
husband.
and so I watched it, and I was
That's a
like, "Oh, this
horny
is
anime.
actually good, though."
Well, that was also the same studio, they made, Gurren Lagann, and they also made the
Mhm.
Cyberpunk, Edge Runners.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I've heard that's good.
That's a really good one.
That was the Netflix one, right? Because I love the
It's
Cyberpunk
excellent.
game. Yeah. I just I think I
I
did
actually cried
every
at the end of that.
I think I did everything I needed to do in Night City. I played, the DLC as well,
Well,
but
you
on
actually,
my first playthrough, actually. So,
you did you find David's, jacket? 'Cause, you get the trailer, the very first scene of Cyberpunk Edge Runners in the game if you find his, shit in the dumpster.
I found some bullshit that had, like, some anime, if that was the
Yeah,
trailer.
that's the
Okay,
very
yeah.
first scene of the anime, and you travel down because the game takes place after the anime,
Mhm.
and so when you go down that quest line, you kind of find out what happened to, like, all the characters that survived the anime and what
Oh, that's fun.
it
Yeah.
it is a it is genuinely a very good anime, and, yeah, I would just it's really impressive that it's, like, Japanese, Polish, and American at the same time, and, like, each one of those perfectly.
Hey, guys, this guy likes multiculturalism. Okay, let's do his, do we got
Oh,
any
Yeah.
Dear
no.
Abbeys? Do we have
He
any
is
Dear
Ukrainian.
Abbeys? Oh, gross, dude. You guys are
Well,
fucking that shit
Japanese,
up.
American, and Polish are all based in red-pilled ethnicities, so I don't see why I should oppose that.
No, only
But I do
America.
like the Japanese.
Only America. I don't know why I have to keep
America
saying it.
consumes both of them, Polish and Japanese, that's America's slaves. We can celebrate them.
We don't need slaves. Only America. Only America.
America conquered both, that's why we own them.
We're conquering the world. We're conquering the world.
Right.
I don't think we actually conquered Poland, but we kinda based a lot of
Right.
our stuff on Poland.
We can fucking
Did we?
conquer Poland if
Yeah,
we
we did.
would. Polish
The
sausage.
Polish-Lithuanian
Wait,
Commonwealth
well,
was a very big influence on, the Federalists, and they wrote about that at length. They actually wanted to, create a strong executive to avoid being, dissolved like the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth,
Hear
but they
this
really
dude.
liked the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth because it had a very high percentage of landowners, and it was a republic of landowners, essentially. The Polish had, like, a 20% rate of gentry compared to the rest of, Europe, like, 2 to 5%, and so a large percent it was very similar demographically to the United States when they first started out.
Okay,
I've never
Uh,
so
heard this.
well, yeah,
I've only
because
heard
it's a big lie. Why are the Polish going around fucking invading other countries, punch people in the goddamn face all the time, and everybody wants to keep them out? Hungary's like, I'm tired of Polish shit. So that's crazy. Nope, that's Polish
I don't think the
propaganda.
Polish do
I don't know
that.
what you're
They
I
saying
do
don't
that.
think
there.
that's
They
I
do
don't think
that.
they do that. I don't think they go
Go
around
check out the
Well, the
invading other
Polish,
countries.
well, whatever, you can have that opinion. I'm not I'm not personally that great of a fan of the Polish. I'm Ukrainian. We kinda have, like, a race war going on
I
every
don't
100
like them
years or
either.
so.
I don't like them
Yeah,
either, work Brad.
you think I like Ukrainians? I'm Ukrainian.
I don't like that. I don't like this shit. Now listen,
Think I like Russian?
well, yeah, yeah, they're dope.
Russians, Ukrainians, Polish, Slavs? Fuck Slavs. We're all in fucking insane, man.
All the
How
Slav
about
You
them
don't deal with Slavs.
Albanians?
Go deal with some Germans if you wanted somebody reliable. Slavs are there for war.
Oh,
no, it is true. That's the Russia-Ukrainian war. All I could ever say is like they like doing
The
that.
retards fighting.
Just let them do it. Like they like it.
if they're
Just
having a fun time,
I
okay?
agree. If they had like a just beat the shit out of each other, nobody else gets involved. Kind of like the Yugoslav wars. Remember how we treated that? Arms embargo, nobody give them any guns. See how it works out.
You know what they should do? What is it China and India that has, like, that border where they're not allowed to use
Yeah, where they
guns,
fight
and
with
they
melee
just
weapons in the Himalayas.
yeah! That's
Freaking
what we should
awesome.
make all the Slavs do, to just give Russia and Ukraine a bunch of swords and
We love guns
catapults.
too much.
Look,
Ukraine was already the 10th largest arms exporter before the war started,
I
so,
have
like, we really love guns.
as America, as the most American America in the America podcast, I
Yeah.
say we take everybody else's goddamn guns, and you guys like swords and shit. You guys punch it out, you fight it out with knives
I
or
do
whatever.
love swords. Actually, let me step out for a moment. I have to go get my sword. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright. We're gonna
Nice.
get some katanas.
Uh, no, I say we just take all their fucking guns, and then that's
Yeah.
America can use more guns. We barely have enough guns, and well, we barely
Yeah, yeah.
we
We just have them all. Yes, I'm
everybody
okay with this.
everyone gets a few. That's a nice Donald Trump welfare program that he could do.
Yeah, yeah, just pass them out, like, instead like instead of UBI, universal
Oh
basic firearms.
yeah, just we could just dump a whole bunch into the ghettos of Chicago and just see if that fixes
No, we already
itself.
do that. We already
That
that's already
yeah, the
happening. I don't think
CIA.
that changes anything.
Yeah,
It's
this yeah.
crack and guns and the CIA.
They don't even do crack anymore. They're all
No, they
wearing
stopped, they gave
fucking
up.
tight pants and fucking fentanyl now. It's crazy. The goddamn
Yeah.
ghettos. They're
Well,
all
the fentanyl thing is the Chinese's fault, really, and the Canadians.
That's true. I mean, it's insane that you really could just pump all of poor areas in the country with fentanyl, and the whites are just they're just falling apart. They're really not doing great. But there's nobody around to film them. So you go over to like Philadelphia and you're just like, "Oh, and we got a bunch of whites over there. We got a bunch of
Yeah,
representatives over there." Uh, but the blacks are wearing tight pants and doing fentanyl now too. They're copying
yeah.
us.
They are copying us. It's cultural appropriation is what it
It's
is.
a fucking
Okay?
nightmare.
But you know what's gonna happen is in 5 years, they're gonna say, "We culturally appropriated the fentanyl overdoses from them."
And then I'm gonna scream,
Just like they say with the acrylic nails, just like, that those don't belong to them.
"Wait, did
It's
white?"
an Asian thing.
Oh, it's an Asian thing. I thought you
It's
were
an
rep
Asian thing.
that makes sense because they do the acrylic nails. I thought
Yeah, and so
yeah.
now it's like this thing where, at least on Twitter, I've seen it pop up so many times where there's this belief that Asians are appropriating acrylic nails from Black people, but that it's an
Well,
Asians came
that's
up with
some
that. It's an
that's
Asian thing. You go to the like, anyway, but
that's some pyramid bullshit, though. That's like
yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there where it's like, no, I mean, certain I will say this though, there's a very specific culture around the nails that have developed for Black people.
yeah,
Like, they
dude,
cost like
Flojo made it.
200 freaking dollars for them because they're way longer. They've got all this like glitter and like multiple colors and
That's
gemstones
yeah,
and stuff. It's like way more elaborate.
that's
So they
Flo
charge a lot of money.
as they should. But like, yeah, that's fucking Flojo, yeah, the Olympian Flojo. You know about her, right? She was a black lady. She ran. She had like
No,
real curly, weird nails. Yeah, that's Flojo. Let me
no.
show you Flojo. Hold on while we
She
wait.
had curly nails at the Olympics?
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
I guess it wouldn't hurt anything if you're a runner, but it seems annoying doing active
I mean, I
stuff.
don't
I don't
it
know.
was I think it was early '80s, but yeah, like this was a curly Flojo. Uh yeah, no, she had some here she is running with some big ass fucking nails. That's Flojo.
Oh, dang. Yeah. See, the thing
See,
about
look at
that,
how curly
though,
that is. She's fucking red, white, and
it is
blue,
very
which I
curly.
respect, Flojo. I think she's dead now. I think she did die.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, no, she's very patriotic. Yeah. See, I can't handle that. I get nails like a couple centimeters long, and I suddenly can't use a keyboard or my phone. I have to like relearn how things work because the distances are different. I have to ask other people to open cans because I'm scared my nail's gonna pop off. I don't know how they
well,
function, but good for
don't
them.
don't ask a black woman to open a can. That is not her job.
I thought, oh,
On my break.
so that's not why she was standing there?
No, that is
I'm
not her
back.
job.
Sorry,
But
the
she
the
was wearing it. Okay, never mind.
All right. So, yeah, we were just talking about Flojo. So, yeah. So, do we have any Dear Abbeys this week?
I do, I do. We have. Dear Abby, did you play the Sonic games without sound on?
Yeah, that's a
How
great
did you not
fucking
know what
question.
butt rock is? You ruined my dream. Look, I don't know where you came up when this term butt rock was created, but I
Forever!
know what
I
Sonic music
Playing
sounds
nothing but
like.
rock all day, all night. Nothing but rock and roll all night. Like
yes.
that.
Is that what it is? I
Yeah,
don't know, but
that's
I've
really
never
what it
heard
is.
the
It's like
term.
if you go
Wait.
it's like a boomer rock radio station where they play nothing but rock,
It
but rock.
it's
Huh.
oh, is that where
It's
that comes
whatever they
from?
would play on our radio station like that. Now in Sonic, "Trust me and
Okay.
we will escape from the city." Some bullshit like that. That's a famous song from
The
fucking
guitar
Sonic
Yeah,
on GameCube.
the
I love
guitar
Sonic.
the guitar is butt rock though, because, like, butt rock is the way I thought of it, was, like, 80s rock, and then I Googled butt rock, and it still makes sense because it's like Creed, Godsmack, and Three Doors Down. I'm like, "Yeah,
But
it's
I thought
fucking
that
butt
was
rock."
like alt.
Stone Temple Pilots,
Stone Temple
ZZ
Pirates
Top.
Stone Temple Ti Pirates is, Pilots is, like, post-grunge, I think.
Yeah, it's butt rock. It's butt rock.
Not everything is butt
I
rock.
thought that was all considered, like, alternative rock, post-grunge, like,
All of that is butt
normified
rock. Butt rock is
grunge.
not like a very stable category. It's a very broad umbrella.
It's a it is as
Yes,
defined, a
it's a
derogatory
slur.
term.
It's a slur.
Yeah,
Well, I have to start a butt rock band about Sonic the Hedgehog with Cask now.
cool. Why don't
Hey, if
you
the
I don't know.
programming could do it for Mega Man, why not for Sonic the Hedgehog?
Dude, Mega Man has very butt rock music, I think. The
Patrol
modern
Men are
Mega Mans.
fantastic. If you wanna call them butt rock, the butt rock fucking rules.
The also, by the way, Cass, and John, don't worry about it. Abby will not start a band with you. She will
No.
not record anything. She will promise me
You
she will, and she will
haven't
fuck it up.
sent me lyrics. I told you, send me the
Guess
lyrics.
who's gonna write the fucking lyrics? Our friend Orcbrand, who writes lyrics. I'm gonna
I
send
can do
you
that.
Yep,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send you, the vibe and then the track, and then if you could
Oh
just send me some
gosh.
lyrics, that'd be fantastic, and I would
I
appreciate it.
sure.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Fuck
he
Love to
yeah.
do
wants
that.
me to do vocals for one of his songs, which I'm happy to do, but I'm not a lyricist. I can't do
It's a
it. I
pop
can't
song.
come up with them. Yeah. Yep.
I've written a lot of lyrics and, I can prove it to you.
Fuck yeah. We got a whole book. So, yeah, we're gonna do
Fantastic.
that. We're gonna do that, Abby, and then you can
Fine.
show up or shut up because 'cause I'm tired of
I will
you.
show up.
You will never show up, dude. I could beat you in b-ball every day and b-boying and
You
DJing
are
and
there's
rapping.
no way. Look, even
4
though the
Heelers of hip
only
hop coming
time
at your ass.
I have ever played basketball, it was to try out for athletics when I was, like, 12, and every single time I shot the ball,
This
it hit the rim and came back at my head. I would still beat you because you can't even get that high. You're, like, 4 inches shorter than me, dude. There's
dude,
no way you could beat me at basketball,
I
and you're
could.
fat.
I could. Okay, we're working on the fat, by the way. I'm on day 2
Are
of my
you?
diet. It's goddamn
Oh,
terrible.
good job. Day 2.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't have an eating
I'm
disorder, bitch.
I'm proud of you, Bryden. Keep up the good
It's
work.
goddamn awful. I got vegan
It's hard.
cheese, meat and kale.
Why? Why did you get vegan cheese?
Well, because the dairy, it fucks my stomach up. It's a whole to do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, different than calories.
Yeah,
Call
it's
it
different
something
than
else. I don't call it vegan cheese. What is it called?
It's like
uh
cashew cheese.
no, cashew cheese is way better than this bullshit I got.
I've never tried cashew cheese.
Cashew
People
cheese is
told me it's
delicious.
great.
Cashew cheese is
That's the
delicious.
first time I'm ever hearing of this.
So cashew
The
cheese
cheese?
is like a bunch of not fermented, but like I guess boiled, and then you can they're soaked cashews, and then what I like to do is put nutritional yeast flakes in them. That way they have a more cheddar taste because Abby, what is it?
Nutritional.
Thank you. Yeast flakes have like a cheddar flavor to them, and it's really good. It's like a spread. You could just but it's delicious. Cashew cheese
I
is
just
great.
maybe I'll try it sometime.
You should.
I just feel like that's a lot of steps,
It is, but imagine this, if you were making your own cheese, probably a lot of steps to that too.
Cooking
probably.
takes a lot of steps in general.
Yeah, if I took more steps, I wouldn't be fat.
True.
Could do
I
that.
can relate.
I'm working on it. Look, I'm working on it. So don't rag on me day 2,
I'm
all
not.
right?
I'm gonna encourage you. I'm so happy for you. You can't do the cheese, so you can't do my bean burrito diet, unfortunately.
I mean,
How are you with boiled eggs?
oh, dude, I eat pickled eggs every day.
Oh, yeah. Boiled eggs, perfect. So filling, 70 calories.
Well,
Pickled eggs.
pickled eggs, bro. Pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs. Take boiled eggs next to the next level.
Yeah.
Pickle them.
Yeah, dude,
So
pickled
easy.
eggs. Pickled eggs are fantastic. But now Erica was fighting with me on this. She was like, "Well, you're drinking a giant fucking beer," and I'm trying to switch to the seltzers, and I'm gonna switch back to the vodka club sodas, right? But I had to get drunk. I was in a terrible mood an hour ago. I'm feeling pretty great
Yeah,
now, and
it was necessary.
it was. And I told her,
That's the
I
biggest
nor
thing, though.
I normally do this and eat goddamn Taco Bell 6 days a week. All right, so I'll bet if all I do is stop having goddamn gas station hot dogs, I might end up okay.
You might because you're a man. Unfortunately, that is the way it works.
Being a white man fucking rules
You
still.
just have less of the hormonal
Talking about being
shifting.
white.
Dude, it's fun. It's fun. I get life is bad for people that, get raped and stuff, but, like,
What? That's
for me as a
Yeah, I
guy,
think it gets better after the rape, after the rape stops, you're fine.
builds
Like,
character, dude.
nothing but better after that.
Yeah, I mean, nothing
that's
could
fair.
the
Everything after the rape is much better than the rape.
yeah.
You
That's
gotta look at it
true.
that way,
I
You gotta
hadn't
keep living.
considered that. If only my therapist had come up with that line.
Wisdom
That's
like
pretty
this
good.
all over the book of kisses.
This is why this is why, like, I'm not a therapist because 'cause I'd be like, "Well, at least that's over, right?" Look at
Yeah.
it that way. Silver lining, you're not getting constantly raped.
I know. I almost was gonna be a therapist, and I think my husband realized how horrible I would be at that, and that's when he said, "But you don't really have to get a job, right? Like, you could just stay home with
You could wait, wait,
children."
wait, wait, wait,
My
wait, wait,
chat
wait, 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 wait. Why are you blowing up our podcast? What do you mean?
my chat former roommate became a marriage therapist, which I just recently found out about, which is pretty hilarious. 'Cause he was like a lifter, a rugby player, totally fucking Chad, but he has been like, dating the same girl, I guess married to her now since high school. So,
He
like, okay, I
There you
guess you
go.
should be a marriage therapist. It
you
seems
don't
like by practice it has worked out.
wait, you don't get that he's totally banging these girls?
No, dude, I used to live with him. He would totally not bang girls because he had a perfect
Wow.
girlfriend, and
No, I don't
and
buy
now
it.
he's a marriage therapist. I'm like, "Holy shit," didn't see that coming, but now it makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, let me just talk to you guys and encourage you to break up because that's what marriage therapists do. And then no.
I don't think that's what their goal is,
Because he
Are you
Bryden.
he was the
serious?
kind of guy that's like, "Oh, you wanna get stronger? Lift more," and then he would help you lift.
Hold on.
"You wanna keep your relationship? Here's how to do it. Here's how I did it?"
What
I think
percentage
he's not the kind of marriage therapist like a liptard becomes. The kind that Chad Thundercock becomes.
no Chad Thundercock does anything but
Bryden,
cage fight.
you are not about to look up the percentage of people that go to marriage therapy that divorce. Is that what you're doing?
Yes,
Because
I
if you
am
think
doing
about
Of
it,
that.
course
okay,
they
I
get
am
there's a
doing
divorced.
that.
little bit of a bias in that sample, don't you
Yeah,
think?
it's a
People who
38
survivorship
go to
bias.
therapy for marital problems have a higher chance of divorcing, Bryden? Or
Yes.
you that's crazy. That's
Look,
crazy
most
talk.
psychotherapists will drive you insane, but there is at least 1 or 2 that won't.
It's 38 to 40% of couples who receive marriage counseling get divorced
Yep.
within 4 years.
Right, so
Like
the couples
80%
that
of
are
marriage
already
counselors are incompetent and 20% aren't. That's how it works with everything.
Oh,
but you
we
don't think that maybe, like, couples that are on the brink of divorce are the ones that are getting marriage therapy in the first place?
Obviously, yeah.
So,
Of course, they would
no,
tend to be the
no.
ones divorced.
Wait,
maybe
more Orcbrand. No, she's trying to frame this in a certain way, and the thing
there's a
is, no.
yeah.
The thing is no, because
I don't have any
women
yeah.
women have this idea that therapy fixes everything, and therapy fixes things for women who are incapable of
No,
introspection.
therapy fixes nothing. Therapy can possibly make you think about things in a certain way, it doesn't fix your problems
I have
because the
never
therapist wants you
The
to
only one who
continue
solves his
going.
problems is himself. But therapy can give you a framework for thinking about it, but that's about all it can do,
I'm
which
the
is why
only
it
one
doesn't
here
fix
Yes.
any.
I'm the only one here who denied the therapy and
Look,
is not a
therapy is
pussy.
not right for everyone, and you shouldn't go to therapy if you don't fucking need it. So I'm not like a therapy fag here. Sorry, you might have to bleep that out.
No, you can say fag, it's fine.
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
just saying.
I hate empathy people. I hate therapy people. I hate hippies. All right. There are still cases where things that are bad might be good. I believe that.
No, we should
I
just
think
take
that
Yeah,
everybody that I disagree
good
with
things
and
are
lock
bad and
them
bad things are good, and vice versa.
you need to go into it understanding that this is a money-making business, and this person got a certification that's much less work than going to be like a doctor or a dental
Get the fuck
hygienist or
out. If you
something.
understand you're delusional, you can
um,
actually function with that delusion very well. But if you don't
See?
recognize your delusion as delusion, you're just fucking insane.
well,
Well,
listen.
that's true also, but I just mean you have to go into therapy realizing that this person wants you to continue going, that's their main goal. So whether they're good or not, whether they're actually helping you or not, whether or not your problems will ever get solved, you have to like figure that out for yourself because they might just lie to your
But
face to keep you coming.
the reason they lied in my face to keep you coming and they wanna do that is because they think I'm such a fucking cool guy.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
that's what my
just
yeah,
wanna
therapist said
100%.
to
see
me
me.
too.
Yeah,
100%. That's so true.
they just wanna see me there every week because they're in love with me. I understand that, and I have to go.
Therapists tell me to fuck off because they think I'm not cool at all. They're like, "You don't get the fuck out of here. You're perfectly sane. Get out of here."
Listen,
And it's
we're
like,
gonna
"I'm clearly a fucking insane man. What are you talking about?" But they don't wanna
When
deal
I
with me. I'm not cool.
can't
when I
imagine a
went
therapist being like, you're just not my type, so move on."
That's
bye.
what they all tell me. They're like, "You're the kinda crazy that I just don't have any experience with. I'm sorry. I feel endangered for my safety. Please leave." Uh,
Yep.
and then I'm not
Stop
allowed to the office anymore.
stop showing up with axes. I mean, that's
Yeah, please.
You mean with a katana?
yeah,
That's kinda what I need the therapy about. I'm sorry.
just bring in a
Gosh.
sword to a therapy session and be like, "No, this is the problem. I can't let it go. I have to protect the honor of the women
Cut
around me."
imaginary guys down with an imaginary sword every day, but I also have a real sword, and what where is that gonna go?
I
Probably toward a real guy. The therapist is worried that he might be the one, and he is. I'm gonna
I
cut him
no, I
Well, he's
100%.
a
I 100% the whole time I've known you, which has been a brief, but the whole time I've known you, I have been like, that guy's got more than one sword. I mean, that's
How
a
many
thing.
swords do you
Yeah, how
own?
many swords do you have actually, Orcbrand?
not gonna tell you. I'll dox myself. I'll tell you where I live, but I'm not telling you how many swords I got because that's OPSEC.
I think I've literally seen you post your address before. Nope,
Well, you can't. Oh,
You
wait,
have, with my full name while saying slurs.
so you can't. There's gonna be swords in every room. People might come after him, dude. I get it. I get it.
it's true. Dear Abby, is it safe to detonate a thermobaric pyrotechnic device
Nope.
in an
Don't read.
enclosed
Nope.
Well, that was a good question. I really wanna see where that goes.
Nope. It's YouTube. It's not.
Oh, I see. Is he trying to screw
Can you bleep
us?
it out
Yes.
and post?
It's
Is
very
this streaming?
funny. That's very funny. And no, it's not. You know that. Next fucking question. We're not. Don't
So
read.
we're gonna kick his ass. Is that what
You
you're
can't just
saying?
bleep it
We're
out
not.
and post?
We're not gonna do anything to him because how? But that's. I know how. But
DM
if
me
you,
that question, I'll answer it for you.
it's
At Orcbrandon, Orkbrandon. DM me that question, I will answer it in detail.
okay.
There you go.
Cool. Let's commit crimes. That's
I'm not committing any crimes.
don't fucking read. Though. Okay.
Look, the logistics of acquiring a thermobaric missile are already very. I
Okay, let
discussed
me
this with
I've had this YouTube account for years.
poor Bryden.
Look, Hassan's still here, we can say this.
That's it just you're gonna get me taken down. All right, what's the next one?
Well, we are done with Dear Abby's. We do have
Cool,
some
that's the only one
Reddit.
we have? Is someone who's really
Yeah,
funny?
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you mad now?
Yeah,
He's so
I'm kinda
mad.
mad. Yeah, because nobody's thought of that
Let me see.
before. That was pretty good. But no, you can't talk about that shit on fucking YouTube. Are you serious?
That's the plot of Resident Evil 3. How do they blow up Raccoon City with a
Yeah, I just thought it
thermobaric
was a
missile?
hypothetical question.
It's a hy yeah. We can discuss things like that. We're not encouraging people because how do you acquire a thermobaric missile in the first place?
Soon in the libertarian and cap
Let's
utopia.
suppose that I have a Metal Gear and loaded on the Metal Gear is a nuclear missile. And I'm about to launch it either at Moscow or at New York City.
And
And
this
in
will
order
get
to
us
stop me, here's
high
our thing.
Okay, okay,
promise
okay.
in fucking 3 months because we're so on the edge anyway of them being like, you guys say
That was the
faggot too
plot of
much.
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, okay?
They don't go through this one by one. They just go, you say faggot, right wing, bomb
I've had
stuff.
the FBI come to my house over tweets, and I've explained it to them in the same tone as I was explaining them now, and it was perfectly fine. They went away. Nothing happened to me.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's
Well,
About
speaking
60
of
minutes.
giant disasters like
oh,
Bryden's
Jesus
account getting
Christ.
nuked,
It will
um,
happen.
from insider paper we have just in, Earth could be hit by 600,000 mile wide bird wing solar eruption tomorrow. Astronomers warn. We're all gonna die tomorrow.
That's
That's what it
fucking
told me
no, but they always do that. Like every few
from
days
the
they
Daily
go,
Mail.
"Hey, did you oh, the Daily Mail, the guys who specialize in, judo, Neil
Freaking people out and
Gaiman's
doing it, so,
I'm
like,
sorry?
yeah, it's the news just wants people to freak out and be schizophrenic because that creates more news. So, of course, they're gonna tell you the world's gonna end tomorrow every single day, just in case you go crazy and end your world tomorrow.
One of these days it's
Hold
gonna
on.
be real.
Wait. If the news is making people kill themselves, I need to become a journalist.
Well, yeah, if that's
You
what you
would be
wanna
good
do,
at that.
that's exactly the job you wanna pick. Yeah,
Oh!
that's what they exist for. That's
Oh!
why they ruin people's lives and dox them.
Oh, not that part.
Well, how else are you gonna drive them to do it?
Well, just slowly by saying the world's gonna end every
Oh,
day.
with paranoia, with, dishonest messaging, with, the dishonest framing.
Yeah.
They do it all day. Yeah, they do it every day.
But I'd rather be honest about it. I'd be like, "I don't know, scientists are saying this." If
They
you're
are
s
saying.
if you're still gay enough to believe in science, then, have fun going to hell,
If
faggot.
you really wanna sell people crazy fucking ideas, become like a bioethicist because you've never heard anything come out of a mouth of one of those people that didn't sound fucking
Hey,
absurd.
wait, here's the thing. What the fuck is that?
A
Wow.
bioethicist? Like
Yeah.
the people who determine if
Bioethical.
it's ethical to
Is it
edit
ethical to clone
genes.
people? Is it
Yeah.
ethical to abort babies? How
Oh,
do babies feel pain? Is it actually ethical to do infanticide? That's what bioethicists do, and
oh,
then if you wanna
yeah,
be
yeah, I don't
but
like that.
apparently all of them are completely unhinged and have no sense of ethics whatsoever.
Well, and also they just don't understand what they're talking about sometimes, like the idea that babies in the womb can't feel pain or like the
Yeah,
idea
he's just
that
lying half the time.
yeah.
They give degrees out to anybody these days. I should be lecturing at Yale about Kojimaic matters, but here I am.
You know what? I absolutely agree that you should be at Yale. Because I've had this
Let's face it.
idea for a long time that we should take everybody that is, the elites right now, and we should flip them with schizophrenic homeless people.
Yes.
Uh, so
How
now,
about
like
guys with katanas?
I'm sorry?
Instead, guys obsessed with katanas. If you don't own a katana, get out of here. You're not in the government no more.
You know what? That's exactly what I said. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yes. Well, it can't
Book
just
of
be
history
guys though,
talks
because
about this.
if we want a real nightmare, I mean, a real genius, brilliant
Progression.
mind that's gonna save us all, what we need to do is elect my sister president of the United States because she's got
Why?
some ideas.
I've heard that Abby's sister is actually hot, but that's only from Abby, who's a lesbian, so I don't know.
Oh,
She's my sister also, Bryden, but
what
also I'm
what
not a
are her
lesbian.
ideas? Are her ideas hot? Let's hear them.
Well, there's a
Are they
lot of
hot ideas? She got hot ideas?
I don't know. Do you remember before Alex Jones was, like, doing, like, right-wing political stuff, and it was just schizophrenic rants and stuff?
No, he was always right, dumbass.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was wrong, but do you remember when that was the perception and he wasn't, like, a political guy that people listened
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
What
mean?
when he I love that meme, the cut up of him getting high on Rogan, and it's like Alex Jones explains the plot of Evangelion. That one was great because he actually gets it so right, but he's actually just explaining American politics.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think
So,
I think
anyway
Evangelion fucking probably sucks dick, but it's fine.
These are sentimental judgments that don't engage with the thing in itself, so kind
Like,
of worthless.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just
So,
We're not
my
allowed to have philosophers on the fucking show anymore.
my
I know.
problem with Evangelion is the same problem I have anytime anyone ever tries to talk to me about philosophy,
Well,
and they're not making
I do it in a fun
yes.
way.
No, you do not,
Look, it's a
okay?
cartoon with giant robots and tits in it. Look, it's
Like,
just not that hard
yes, but
to
it should have
understand.
been more giant robots and tits, okay? The problem
I
was they
thought it had
stopped the
a
giant
lot of
robots and the tits and the conspiracy stuff with the
you didn't
dad
watch
and the
it, so how do you know if it has enough?
I did watch it. What do you mean? I watched the whole thing and I watched
Oh, I
the
thought you said you didn't. Oh, never
no,
mind.
I watched it. Bryden did not. I watched the whole thing and I watched,
Watch
uh,
Rebuild?
the first ending and then the second ending. I did not watch the new stuff that came out a couple years ago.
Rebuild, they just multiply the number of Evangelions by about 20. So if it was
Oh, that's fine.
robots that you're missing, so, like, you might
Yeah.
actually like that one more.
Well, I was just mad because I was watching it and I thought it
The
was a
3rd
cool
movie you might not like,
story.
but the 4th one, so many Evangelions, it's insane. It literally doesn't even make any sense, and
Yeah.
it points that out. I actually love it. Like I said, it's a beautiful work.
It just felt to me like as soon as they started bringing in like the conspiracy stuff about what the dad was really doing behind the scenes and what really happened to the mom, just dropped all of it and suddenly it's just
Most artistic element of it, though,
philosophy
like
ending.
the shot composition, the editing, it's beautiful. But, you might like Xenogears more.
Maybe so. I haven't seen
Actually,
that. I'll write it down.
it's just a video game.
I
But
play a lot of games.
I will never not take an opportunity to show Xenogears to somebody because it is the most important PS1 game ever,
I've
and it
been
really is
playing
all there's so many giant robots in, Xenogears. A lot of Freudian
I've
psychology, but it's a lot of giant robots, so many giant robots.
what is with giant robots in philosophy being
They are
intertwined?
vehicles of human will. That's kinda like the direct metaphor of, like,
I guess
this is a
so.
human construct piloted by the human will that creates cosmic changes. It is the philosophy itself. That's what the giant robot represents.
Right.
And also
Like
the
the
violence of human politics. All in one. It's all one thing.
yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Okay, I'm back, and whatever you were talking about was
Anime
silly.
Giant robot.
and giant robot
Yeah,
fights
this
and
sucks. Okay, look, it's fine. Do a story,
do
Abby.
you want me to do another story?
Do a story.
You gonna be okay? Okay,
Uh,
let's
I'm gonna grab
see.
drinks.
Oh, no. Why did you post this in the thing? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do it now. I accidentally fapped to gay porn.
Well, I mean, who hasn't? You know, there's some hot guys out there.
The Bryden, you're the one that posted this. Is this your, like, alt account? Like, you posted this screenshot in the Discord.
Oh, on Reddit?
S
Yeah, no, that's my
yeah,
main account. That's my main
okay.
account. It was that Bryden guy 69. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a suspicious username. I just checking. First of all, I've been on and off participating on NoFap. My longest streak was 50 days. This was over a year ago. Okay. Why are you still thinking about it a year later?
Well, I mean, it's like
It's pretty good. It's
sometimes
a good run.
dicks are real big, yeah, I guess.
You just keep thinking about it.
I mean, I guess like that is odd that he's like really concerned about it,
Yeah.
honestly. A year is a long time. If it was 3 months, I'd be like, I guess he's just like guilt, but like a year, this is like obsessive compulsive shit.
No, it's like anxiety,
Yeah,
like when you're
yeah.
going to sleep at night and you remember something stupid you said in middle school. It's
Yeah.
gotta be something like that.
Yeah, like Kierkegaard, right, Orcbrand? Okay, go off on 10 minutes on Kierkegaard.
No.
Nah.
Nobody wants that.
I like
So I was
Kierkegaard.
scrolling I know you do, and we're not getting into it because then I'll get angry. So I was scrolling on Telegram where I saw a video of a nice ass getting back
Oh.
shots. The video
Oh,
this
I
is so
did post
bad.
this. I found this screenshot. Yeah, it was like he found out it was a dude.
That was gonna be my next question.
This video was taken from the side and you can only see from the waist to the leg. And I'm telling you that no one could have guessed it was a dude.
Dude, I don't know. Have you seen they've run on other podcasts, they've run like little games of James Charles, that fucking Fort Knocker.
Well, hasn't he gotten a bunch of surgeries and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
know, but still, yeah.
So have a bunch of people, right? But they were like from a negative picture can you tell if it's a man or a female ass? And the guy got it right. He was like, "That's a dude's ass." But
Mhm.
yeah, I James Charles has a lady ass, dude. Like it's a girl ass. He got surgery to make it look like a girl ass.
You can only do so much bone shaving, though.
Right. It comes down to the picture. But
Yeah.
if the angle's right, I could see this guy getting tricked.
He
I'd
had
rather
a
talk about Kierkegaard.
he had a curvy waist and clear skin. The video that's gayer. That's probably gayer than the story, I think, actually.
I don't know. Some of them twinks out there really getting it done. What's up?
No, I mean
Shout out to my twink squirters. Shout out to
I
my
meant
twink squirters.
Kierkegaard, wanting to talk about Kierkegaard instead.
They called me in here to do the Bussy episode. God damn.
You he had a curvy waist and clear skin. The video was about 3 minutes.
Curvy waist, little waist, and a gay behind.
Okay, I get to the end and I see something so horrific I wanted to throw up.
It was balls.
Yeah,
It was
so
shrinking up balls.
yeah, he saw well, no, he saw meat, he says.
Oh, yeah, big old ween.
Okay, so he's like, "This is
And you know
really
what? And
graphic,
you know what?
Bryden.
And
This
you know
is
what?
really bad. Why
And
did you want me to read this on the
because
show? I'm not
because
okay with this."
because it's funny. Because it's funny. This was also like 3 weeks ago, but yeah, and also we get to Kierkegaard's either or. Either you could fuck pussy or you could fuck a man's butt.
I was hit with the craziest post-nut clarity in my life. After that, I deleted everything porn related I had on my phone, then I took a shower and went for a long walk.
Why
I
are you
still have the image in
saving?
my head.
Why are you saving porn related shit on your phone, you addict?
There's so many problems with this. I can't even begin.
Oh, yeah, there's a
There
lot.
This was 3 weeks ago, and I haven't watched any porn at all. Oh, okay, so it's 3 weeks ago. It was a year ago when he did NoFap. Okay. I genuinely feel disgusted when I get horny. I just can't watch anything that gives me the
Even the
idea.
admission about this is already, like, fetishistic. I mean, like, the whole thing is like a humiliation ritual. It's disgusting.
Oh, 100%. No, this guy's all kinds of weird.
Posting if you wanna get over fapping and being a gooner, you don't post shit like this. You don't, aestheticize your fucking goon sessions. Don't look at women as body parts, actually, that'll help a lot. That way you won't jerk off to a man's ass by accident.
That's a good
Wait, wait,
point.
wait, nope, 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 nope. Women are nothing but a collection of body parts, sometimes
No,
the
that's
fingers.
That's how you end up with your dick in a pussy.
No, no, it's how you end up
Women
collecting.
are not just a collection of body parts. My book
Not
talks
yet.
about this.
what are
They're a
we?
void within a void.
That's is that
It
better?
it is,
That's not
actually.
good.
A void within a void cancels out the void. It is a generative void. The void contains nothing, but what is a void within a void? It's not nothing, right?
I don't
No,
know.
no, no, no. See, I think that
It's a void pregnant with meaning, which means it's meaningful.
women are a collection
That's
of body parts, which are meaningful because you could put all
It's
of
in the
your
book. I elaborate in the book in a much better way.
you could just
I hope so
put
because right now it just sounds like nuts.
I know, I know. That's kind of what philosophy is all about. Fucking
No, I know.
playing around with deference, fucking Jacques Derrida bullshit.
I
Postmodernists, shoot 'em all in the head.
also fucking postmodernism. Uh shove you out of the box. I think we could put women as a soul of their parts into a box, and then you could show them that you love them by putting them on a pedestal.
No.
Putting women on a pedestal is another problem. You don't wanna do that either.
Sure, if
You
their
don't
hands, especially the bones.
he just wants dead people on he wants
No,
skeletons. He's just
no,
talking about skeletons
You'll
no.
love the
now.
book. You love the
Bryden.
book. You'll love it.
Well,
You know what else though? Because I found like a really good looking, like there's pictures in
skeleton.
the reviews and
Oh,
stuff, a
pictures. I
life
like pictures.
size skeleton model on Amazon, like an educational model with the organs and everything, but it's like 6 foot tall, but it doesn't look like it's plastic. It is plastic. It's like 200 something dollars. My husband will not let me have it.
No,
He says that I don't need it.
we
I
we've
want it.
we've talked about this, and I've almost bought it, and I thought it was 400, but yeah,
I could it's educational, right?
yeah. I'm gonna educate myself.
I mean, it would just
I'm gonna educate myself all over it.
Bryden!
I'm gonna
I
be
didn't think that's what this was. Never mind. I don't want a skeleton. I don't want any of
I'm gonna be
this.
Um,
so
I mean,
educated, dude.
I wouldn't go it's aesthetic. I mean, having a skeleton, if you have a whole room arranged around that, you could look pretty cool. It's pretty edgy.
Look,
Work
It
band,
sends
right
a
now I
signal
have a
if you have
whole
visitors coming over, "Oh, hello, Mr. Skeleton. This is a goth household."
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I have
look,
the
hey,
cobra table. I have a marble end table that is a
she
cobra.
she has a cuck
Yeah,
chair. She has a cuck chair. She runs her household like a middle-aged black swinger. That's how she runs her house. And for the record, I don't want to come on skeletons, even though I would just like to have statues of their hands to put rings on. And maybe they're
I mean,
real.
yeah, for
Yeah,
like an
you wanna
artist and, having those,
I
little
am.
model skeletons is, actually very common,
I it's
and a
very
good practice
it's
for
very
learning anatomy.
it's very common that I Google, "Can I own human skeletons in Florida?" This is common, Abby, for real artists, not like you.
I would not think anybody's weird for Googling that personally. I mean,
mm-mm.
maybe I'm biased, but I really wouldn't judge
Yeah,
somebody for
you
Googling that.
can't yeah, you can't though. You can't, I found out. You cannot.
Oh, you can own a
No.
replica though, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but nobody wants to they won't let us have the bones,
I
which
just
is a problem because Bryden has promised
The
me
thing
his
about the
skull.
thing about the average normie is that he won't be able to tell the difference between a replica skeleton and a real skeleton. It's gonna look
It's
just as
true.
edgy either
the
way.
government though,
So,
the government, when you import it from Iran, where all of the bones come from.
you don't need to import it from Iran. There is a guy in Florida who will sell you
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah,
replica
yeah,
skeleton.
yeah, yeah,
You
he
can
was
3D print that shit.
no, that it was a Facebook group, and it was a lady and her daughter, and they got arrested for transporting human remains. Yeah, yeah, you can't do that here.
There is a big difference between, like, medically, like
They had a
there
witch
are actually
hunt.
categories of human remains that you cannot like, there it is a crime actually to fuck around with human
They
remains.
they were selling
I don't
they were
do
selling
that.
bones. They were selling bones on Facebook, and that's when I was like,
But,
oh
like, they do
shit.
sell an actual human skeleton to, like, universities, to various, art academies and stuff like that. They actually
Well
do that.
well, and then there's, religious
Medical schools,
institutions and the relics and things.
Ah,
Maybe
you're
you should, yeah,
ossuaries.
become
I should just what go to the Orthodox Church and go, hey, I'm not interested in converting, but
Yeah, those are holy relics. You're not fucking taking those
can
home.
I go? Can
No,
I?
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is you could you could pretend not an Orthodox priest, don't do this. You could pretend to be a Catholic seminarian when the police come by.
Then they're gonna hit me for pedophilia because that's all the Catholics do.
Oh, that's a good point. They will do that.
Listen, all I want is a couple
Cops are
hands.
trying to avoid in my experience, cops don't wanna fucking do anything. So, like, if you have a good excuse for why the skeleton's sitting in your living room, they'll be like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't give a shit."
I will never have a good excuse for why I have a couple hands sitting in my living room.
I will. I mean, I draw hands. I have a sketchbook. Here's all the sketches of hands
Yep.
that I've drawn.
I buy rings from fucking Amazon and stack them on the
I
bones.
re I like posing with rings.
Wow.
It's an aesthetic. I post it on Instagram. It's a social media thing. Look, there's so many excuses for weird aesthetic movements like this, dude. There are girls who post like fucking cancers on their Instagrams all day, and it's literally just medical fucking imagery of growths
And they're
and
Yeah, why
teeth.
do women like
It's
that?
disgusting, but it's like they just do this, and that's just the whole their aesthetic.
it's just not gonna work for a fat, bloated,
You
almost
should.
40 guy, all right? Because I
You ever seen what I look like?
well, I have, you look better than me. I agree.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
a 5
beautiful man.
I'm 5'7", I'm bald, I'm fat, and I walk around like I own the place. Nobody gives a shit.
You're taller than Bryden.
Listen, bald fat, I'm 5'6", and I do have my hair, but it's starting to
Yeah,
go
you're
on these
taller than me.
sides here, you know? What are you gonna do? I just want some skeleton hands, so I can
What's with
play
the
with them
rings,
Yeah, no, my
Bryden?
sister has a skeleton hand. Come on, dude, just buy a skeleton
to
hand.
decorate.
Yeah,
To di
it's fine. It's okay. It's an aesthetic choice. It's a free country.
I
It's
would like
America,
it.
dude. This country exists so you could do this.
Yeah, it doesn't anymore. It's for black people to yell at me and call me racist if I also would
Dude,
like a
I do.
shopping cart. That's what it's for now. But, no, just, because I like the way they move, and they're so tiny that our hands are so tiny, and they got so many tiny little stuff that I accidentally break all the time in my hands. Uh,
You're
it's
just breaking your hands every day? What
uh,
do you mean?
well, no, not every day, but, like, when I went up in the plane recently, so, like, about 10 years ago, I broke a knuckle, and it immediately just started fucking hurting. I thought that was
Oh,
the
yeah.
craziest thing because it just for I don't know, pressure or whatever, in there. It normally only kinda hurts, uh, like, this hurts, to move it up and down, but, like, it
Is that
really
why
started to
people's
hurt.
joints ache when a storm
That's
is coming because the air
immediately what
pressure
that's
changes?
immediately what I started thinking about.
Huh.
Yeah, but, like, that was the first time that that type of silliness of, "Oh, my knee's hurting, must be raining," felt real to me because, like, it did. It was like it was a big, sharp pain as we, went up into the sky, and I was like, "Oh, fuck. This is some type of air pressure thing that
You
had."
know
Yeah.
what you should do next time you get on a plane? Before you get on, okay,
Break my knuckle.
the most comfortable plane ride I ever had was when I perforated my eardrums while I had a really bad cold,
I don't wanna
because
know.
the pressure can't get trapped in your ears because there's a hole in your eardrum. You can hear the air leaking out
Are you serious?
when you're
Why would
going
I
up and
wanna do
down,
are
but,
you
like, at
do you know
no
how
point does it hurt or get
that
uncomfortable.
why would I want to damage my ears given that I have, like, God's perfect ears, actually? That's my one natural talent is that I can hear from very far away and that I can hear distinct sounds. Are you like, God wants me to be a podcast producer. Why
I'm
the
just saying
fuck
that it
would I
would be a
damage that?
very comfortable plane ride.
Well, it's fine enough. You just pop your ears. It's not that big of a deal. It was the knuckle that hurt. And then they come by and they go, oh, would you like anything? And I go, yeah, can I have a, vodka cranberry and chips, please? Because the chips are $5. They're mini burritos, Doritos. And they go, they never give us anything anymore. I don't think we have any chips. And then I go, hey, man, that's not that big of a deal. And then he gives me two of the vodkas and a can of cranberry. And I hand him my card and he waves me away. And I'm like, thank you,
Oh.
gay man.
See, that doesn't ever happen to me on a plane.
All
One
the time
time
for me.
I got someone else gave me their first class upgrade that I was traveling my father-in-law did. Because I had a lap baby. I had a child. I had a toddler under
Sure. You
2,
deserve
right?
it. You
Just
did.
under 2, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
also, real quick, if I paid for because the next time I'm flying,
Mhm.
I'm not doing anything under the goddamn business. I'm just not doing it again. This is Patreon episode or next week episode bullshit about my trip to Reno. But if I fucking paid for that shit, the goddamn baby was up there. Although the sweetheart baby that I was near the one time on this trip, he
Mhm.
was he was great. He slept the whole time. He was awesome. I would be furious.
Well, you gotta know your kid, because kid is the only one I would have taken up there out of my 3 at that age, and she didn't make a peep the whole time. She ate the mixed nuts silently, didn't even talk, like,
This
napped
kid
on
was
me
great.
on my lap, like, yeah,
This
it's one
kid
of
was great.
those. But,
Cried
like
on the landing because of the ear
yeah,
popping, but, I mean, I couldn't have been older than fucking 2.
but that's just gonna happen. Like, the ear
Yeah.
thing, there's only so much you can do about that, and you're landing anyway.
I didn't
It's
mind that
whatever.
much. Kid was great, honestly.
But so my kid was perfectly fine. Not ma literally wasn't even talking. She was my up until she hit, like, 3 years old, she barely spoke if she didn't need like, she never cried or nothing. She was perfect angel child the whole
It's
time, but
retarded.
they wouldn't bring me alcohol. They
Well,
wouldn't. I got one tiny she, like, put, like, half the amount that they were giving other people of red wine in the glass for me and refused to bring me any more. That's the whole freaking point of first class. Do you think the baby's getting drunk? Okay, first of all, she's almost 2 years old. I'm obviously not breastfeeding anymore. This child is gigantic. My kids are
people
big. She looked 3,
t
okay?
okay,
Like,
okay, 2 things.
yeah.
First, nobody should be breastfeeding at 2, although people breastfeed until 5, and, then 2, Abby, it's crazy that you ever breastfed at all.
Yeah, it's wild, right? It's the only time in my life I ever had boobs. They just showed up and then they were gone one day.
And no one's ever seen them again, okay? It's
No,
it's
it's
I've
crazy. They're just gone.
I
There's just nothing there.
it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Poor Orcbrand's have to listen to all this.
Sorry, no,
Doesn't
Orcbrand's gotta get in on this, but yeah, I'm
but
sorry.
isn't it
It's
so messed
I
up?
don't fly. I haven't been on a plane since 2017, 2018, 2019, one of those years. Whenever
oh,
Rick got married.
oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
I went in 2020, that was fucking wild, but sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's just really messed up. Just discrimination against mothers.
They get
Would
they
not give me the
they
alcohol.
give me the plane before that, they told me the one time that they charged me, the $10 per little airplane bottle of fucking Tito's vodka, which good job, American Airlines, if we're going, like, airplane bottles. Tito's is not my favorite. I think it's a bullshit vodka, but it's way better than Sky or some shit, which
Yep.
would be the one you would wanna do if you're in an airplane.
I got these disgusting
You gotta have
ones.
the right name.
Yeah, I mean, go with
Grey
Sky.
Goose, at least, you know, 'cause at least goose fly.
Exactly, but they go with the Tito's, and, even that, that's
Yours is not good
20
because
bucks.
Yugoslavia crashed.
That's why.
I think it was always a bullshit one if you go back to the marketing of Grey Goose because
No, no,
they
it's just
tried to
as feng shui, as a whole vibe thing, you do not want Tito's on a plane, that's a sign of crashing. You want Grey Goose, you want Sky, you want something that involves flying.
I I look,
You gotta align your heart. You gotta harmonize your brands because otherwise planes crash from the sky. It's bad vibes.
listen, I like, pristine vodka, and, I think the Tito's was okay, but
Stolice, coming home to your capital. Stolice is fine, right?
they I'm sorry that took so long, but no, that it was the only one that I paid, full price for any of it. It was only 20 bucks, so it's not that bad, right? For fucking, you know, airplane vodka, but, the other one, she goes, "Ah, uh, can you hand me 2 vodkas?" And I go, "Oh, man, thanks for kinda not making me say it." And she goes, "I gave you 2 for 1." Everybody on an airplane is so nice to me. Everybody in
They're
the
not
airport
nice to
terminal
me.
hates me.
TSA wants to search me for wearing a dress. This is insane. Why
No,
are they nice to you?
no, only on the airplane. The terminal is
Right, look
terrible.
at him. Look at him. This guy is not fucking just hijacking this plane. He's got no agenda.
Fuck
He,
no.
he
But
looks
it's
like he looks like he would fight the hijacker, just because he's drunk. He
I
wouldn't even
did
recognize him.
I
he
did
does.
I did text I'm pretty sure it was either Erica or
He's a
Abby.
PSA
I
asset.
I texted beforehand, "If somebody tries to hijack the plane, I'm going to say, 'Let's roll.'" It
Yeah,
sounds like a thing I would have sent Abby instead, though.
that's samurai mindset. That's good.
I don't even
They want the
remember.
guy on the plane. That's why. You kinda look like you might have purple hair, you'd have genders. So they have to search you. No offense.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can
I
you
am
can
very
see
lib
yourself.
coded.
Yeah, it's not I mean, it's kinda your fault, but it's also like, whatever. You get it.
I'm old,
Well,
I'm
I just the
old.
goth. I'm trying to do the goth girl
This is not
thing
goth,
while
bitch!
still being
But
Will,
they're
blonde.
gonna
Will,
search
talk
the
to me.
goth girl too, because goth girls, they're, suicidal. They're romantically
That's
suicidal. So,
yeah.
like, when they're on a plane, the vibes are bad.
And
See
they
see what I
got
mean?
and they
It would
got
be a
all
very romantic way to
and
die,
they've got
falling
Yeah,
all
from the sky.
they've got
beautiful, actually.
they've got all of this fucking recent shit with whatever the fuck 764 is. Okay, I've been
All the
looking into
Palestine
that.
people, they look like you.
764?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
a
it's like
type
some
of plane?
no, it's some internet cult that's like a shoot off of the
Oh,
Order of the Nine Angles type of fucking I've been keeping up with Order of the Nine Angles for a long time. They're a
well,
satanic cult.
you need to do a report possibly so that if you're keeping up with
Oh,
it. Speaking of
that's honestly true. Okay, next week, let me get my shit together. I would love to do
and if
a
we could
report
get a
on it.
guest, that would be cool too.
Let's not get anybody that's involved with any of that ever because
No, someone who knows about cults, goober.
it's not even barely cults. It's an
Okay.
internet. It's basically child porn. It's
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, we could talk about it. But okay, so before we get off the
we have
topic of
to?
the little alcohol bottles, though, I got this one. It's like a pack because sometimes we do a shot on the show. So I thought I'd get like a pack, a multi pack
Oh
of these
yeah, I
little
got the
like
wheel.
airplane bottles.
I have the
And
wheel.
I got good. This one, it says Pink Whitney. It's some Barstool Sports thing. It's like pink lemonade flavored vodka. It's disgusting. It's
Probably.
horrible.
It sounds
Don't
like it
buy
should
it.
be.
I have a
Yeah,
whole
it wouldn't.
giant pack of it.
That it sounds like it tastes like, nail polish remover.
It does. It literally smells like it too. It smells like acetone.
Generally, lemonade and vodka are not a good combination.
That's completely untrue. That's fucking insane. But okay, we're going wheel. We're going wheel. We'll just see what
Wheel,
happens. Wheel, wheel,
wheel,
What's the
wheel,
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 wheel, wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel?
wheel,
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 wheel, wheel, wheel,
wheel,
wheel, wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel,
wheel.
wheel. Oh, damn it.
What is the significance of the wheel?
Nothing at the
Sorry, what?
yeah. What are you talking about?
What is the meaning of the wheel?
Great
I
question.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right,
So,
that's like the wheel of fate. What was my fate?
well, it actually landed on blank one this time, so
Yep, so you're good, you're good. You
you
know,
have no
there's
fate.
not you're fine. You're okay.
Every time
See,
we
the
drew the
problem with the
fool's
wheel
arrow.
is we haven't updated it since we got it, and we have taken things off since then.
Oh, yeah.
So
About a quarter of the wheels off, yeah. Which is I think is fair. I think it's the most fair.
well, we were gonna switch to the giant pachinko board, but Bryden, I don't know where he's gonna put it.
Yeah, it's a problem. I mean, I know we'd have to have like I didn't need a whole nother camera and shit. It's which I'm not against.
Complicated.
I already have another great camera over here, but yeah, it's well, that's an hour.
Alright. We want you, Orcbrand, before I do my closing out here, to promote anything else you wanna promote and to hype up your book again,
Nah, he's
and
got
also
nothing to talk about. I don't think he's ever written anything.
no, nothing at all.
Yeah, buy my book on Amazon. It's Book of Kisses, Katanacore, that's one word,
Put
and
it
Magical Hyperrealism. Orcbrand, if you search for Orcbrand, it's 2 words, Orcbrand, but not on Twitter. You can also check my Substack for, the audiobook version if you're illiterate. It's orcbrand.substack.com. That's ORCBRAND.substack.com.
now. I'm gonna need you while we're closing out to type all of that shit down here. That way I can copy it. And I'm gonna put all of it, in the description so that everybody can have it. I just bought the book. I don't know how good it's gonna be. Um, I do like Orc Brand
You've
more than
already
Abby, so, but
Everyone does.
well, that I mean, they should on account of your attitude, your perception, and it's
A
you
good
do stink,
attitude.
dude. It's not
I do not I'm a nice person, I'm good, I'm funny.
it's not good enough. That's not
like
good
her.
enough to
She's
sell
cool.
books.
Been following her for a couple years.
Yeah, yeah, don't
He likes me.
you're gonna not sell as many books if you say that. That's
Well,
So
I like
I hate
Orcbrand better than you too.
well, then
Thank you.
go start a fucking podcast with Orcbrand and see if anybody takes you out in the streets. Yeah,
What does that mean?
I just means we're
We
stuck here together. Do your fucking thing.
All right, everyone. We're out of time for today, but we appreciate you very much. You can follow us on Twitter. That is Orc Brandon. That is podcast H2H. That is Octo Abbey with an I. You can join the Discord server. It is in the description. You can buy Orc Brand's book or go to his Substack, also in the description. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week.
Wait, wait,
Secure.
wait, wait, wait.
What?
I got a new song that's coming out.
He's got a new song coming out, and we have a bonus episode on Monday. That's at patreon.com/here to help podcast, where you can find out
Abby,
which
Abby.
patron this month is going to be taken behind the shed by Bryden. We're
Wait,
not talking about killing. I
no, I wouldn't kill any of these people. I'm too connected to you. Abby,
don't
guess
know why I
what?
said shed. What?
Abby, guess what? I'm just gonna release an unfinished song.
Why?
Well, because I've decided that video games are more fun than music.
What is the point of
Yeah,
any of
that's what I keep
this?
fucking saying.
Okay. There's no point to anything. Thank you for listening and have a great week, secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.
People don't understand what I say on Twitter.